What if the reason your business feels stressful isn't your business, it's your finances? Welcome to the On The Go podcast, where we focus on real growth, not just staying busy. If you're building a business, growing a side hustle, or working towards something bigger, you've probably experienced this before. You have the vision, you have the ambition, you have the desire to succeed, but underneath it all, there's financial pressure. And financial pressure has a way of turning exciting opportunities into stressful ones. So in today's episode, we're talking about how to build financial stability while growing your business. Because the goal isn't just to build a successful business. The goal is to build it without constantly feeling overwhelmed, anxious, or financially stretched. So let's get into it. Desperation is expensive. One thing I've noticed is that many entrepreneurs don't have a business problem, they have a pressure problem. When money feels tight, people often make decisions from fear rather than from strategy. They undercharge, they chase every opportunity, they say yes to the wrong clients, they launch things too quickly, they abandon good plans too early, not because they're incapable, but because they're under pressure. For example, imagine two business owners. One has savings and breathing room, while the other needs immediate income to pay next month's bills. Who do you think makes calmer decisions? Who do you think can think longer term? Financial stability gives you something that every entrepreneur needs: the ability to make decisions from strategy instead of survival. Your salary may be funding your freedom. I think social media has created a narrative that says, quit your job, go all in, take the leap. And for some people, that's the right move. But for many others, their job actually is helping them build their future. For example, a career professional earning a stable income can use that income to fund a business. They can invest in skills, they can build marketing systems, they can create a financial cushion. That's not failure, that is strategy. I think sometimes that we romanticize risks. We think that, risk is a good thing, which sometimes it is, but there's nothing wrong with building responsibly. The goal isn't to quit quickly. The goal is to build sustainably. Your job may not be delaying your dream, but it may be funding it. The most powerful financial word is margin. Margin is simply breathing room. It's the space between what comes in and what goes out. Unfortunately, many people build businesses while they're living at financial breaking point. Every unexpected expense becomes a crisis. Every slow month becomes panic. Every setback feels catastrophic. For example, imagine having 6 months worth of expenses saved, emergency funds available, reduced financial pressure. Would you approach your business differently? Most people would. Margin creates confidence, and confidence, it creates better decisions. Stress should not be your business model. Many entrepreneurs, they unintentionally create businesses that depend on constant hustle. If they stop working, everything stops. If they take a break, income disappears. If they get sick, everything pauses. For example, a business owner may earn good money but still feel trapped because the business depends entirely on them. That isn't freedom, it's another job. A healthy business should reduce pressure over time, not increase it. Business chaos often starts with personal chaos. This isn't talked about enough. Many entrepreneurs, they focus heavily on growing revenue while ignoring their own personal finances, but the two are connected. For example, when personal finances are disorganized, stress increases, decision quality decreases, confidence drops, and that it often affects business performance too. One reason that I like to talk so much about personal finance is because business growth becomes much easier when your financial foundation is stronger. Strong businesses are often built on strong personal foundations. One source of income can create one point of vulnerability. Many people think financial stability comes from one big income source. For example, imagine someone has a salary, a side hustle, investments, a growing business compared to someone relying on one single source of income. Who has more flexibility? Who has more options? Financial stability grows when your dependence on one source decreases. Don't sacrifice tomorrow trying to survive today. When you're building a business, it's so easy to become obsessed with immediate results. But long-term success requires long-term thinking. So ask yourself, what kind of life am I actually trying to build? What does success look like? What kind of freedom do I want? What kind of peace do I want? For example, the smartest decision isn't always the fastest growing opportunity. It's the most sustainable one. A successful business means very little if it creates a life that you don't enjoy living. One of the reasons I'm passionate about mentoring entrepreneurs and aspiring business owners is because I know how easy it is to focus on growth while neglecting stability. Inside my mentorship and accountability program, we focus on both because I don't just want people building businesses, I want them building sustainable businesses, businesses that support their goals, businesses that support their finances, and businesses that support the life that they truly want. If that's something that you're working towards, you'll find more details in the description below. The goal isn't simply to grow your business. The goal is to grow your business without losing your peace, without creating unnecessary pressure, without building a future that looks successful on the outside but feels exhausting on the inside. Because financial stability isn't the opposite of growth. It's often the foundation that makes growth possible. I'd love to hear from you. What do you think is the biggest challenge when trying to balance business growth and financial stability? And if you're currently building a business, what's one thing that you're doing to create more financial security? Let me know in the comments. And if this episode helped you, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with someone who's building their dream one step at a time. And I'll see you in the next episode. Bye.